What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's the first video of 2025, so happy new year to you all, and I hope you all had a great Christmas. So in today's video, we're out camping in the van with Esme.
Hello.
So we're back in Llanberis because we love this spot. So the plan for this video is I'm just going to run over the last 12 months on this channel. So to start with, Esme and I are going to go out for some food, and I'm going to leave you with a bit of a summary video of 2024. This is what we've come to test out, the Nature Hike Star River 2. Pretty bad at the moment, to be fair. Tent's pretty much collapsed now. Walk a shade down the hill. Now I'm back in the Ogre Valley. We've got a bit of a boat to pick. The last time I was here with Esme, I lost my tent in the car. Good lad. Yeah man. Do it. This is what we're using for tonight. 3D tarp 3x3. We've made a bit of a spontaneous decision to stay a second night. And we're walking up the Watkins path. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. I've been out and I bought a van. That's too hard with the camera. Should have put it on my head, really. Arrived at the Norfolk Quarry, so just parked over there. Hello. Did she? Right, so we're back from having our food. We've just been over to the Heights pub over the road. It was really nice. I had a burger and chips, and Esme had some chicken nuggets, chips and beans. It was pretty nice. But we're back at the van now, back in the car park in Llanberis near the lake, where we always come to, because it's dead good, dead familiar, and Esme loves it. So, but yeah, as I said, today we're going to be looking over the year of 2024, which I hope you enjoyed that video. Obviously, we did start the year off with some bad luck, but also just to discuss some of the things that I want to be doing in 2025 as well. So the first thing we're doing is we're playing a little game. So I've set up the table, and yeah, we're just going to compete and see who wins. And then we'll run through these questions about the year of 2024. And Esme is the winner. Go on, finish mine off for me.
Yeah, it's just, it's just going to keep on going. I don't have
Yeah, because you've got all your flags now.
Yeah, so you only have volleyball and stuff. So you need to keep on going on this, like this.
Right, so to start with the questions that I've come up with to ask myself, because I haven't really got anyone for a Q&A, which is fine. So, what was your favourite camp trip this year and why? My favourite camp trip this year was probably when I went to Snowdon up the Watkins Path. The reason for that is because the exposure I had on top of the ridge was really nice, and the sunset was just, or the sunrise was just in the perfect place. So that was probably one of my most memorable camps that I remember. You know, I had steak. It was just awesome, just all round great trip. The walk was hard, with 20 odd kilos on your back, but it was well worth it. We stayed in the tarp that night, and I don't regret any of it. It was amazing. What's the most valuable lesson you learned while camping? The most valuable lesson for me, what do you think it might be? You know what I'm going to say, don't you?
I think.
Go on then, what do you think we're going to say to that one? Because you were with me on this one.
Wait, what? Which camping?
Well, when I learned my lesson the most, when we went camping, and we lost the tent, didn't we?
Oh, and not to.
We lost the tent in the tarn, in the
Not
lake.
to go as high where it's windy.
Well, one, not to go out when it's too windy, but actually, if it is too windy and we're setting up our tent, we need to make sure we anchor the tent down with either pegs or a bag of some sort. Because a lesson learned on that one. Now, thankfully, Nature Hike did replace the tent on that. So, you know, shout out to Nature Hike, to be fair. But that was probably the biggest lesson I learned, and also having Esme with me was quite a scary experience for her, considering it was the first wild camp that she'd done with me in Snowdonia or in a national park with some significantly sized mountains. You know, we've done plenty of camps, local woodlands and stuff like that, which she's fine with, but that one was quite a walk, wasn't it?
I didn't like it.
No, it was a hard one, wasn't it? So the next question is, how did you handle bad weather in tough conditions while camping? So obviously, as you'd seen at the start of the kind of 2024 summary, is I went to test the Nature Hike Star River 2 on a windy Pennyole wind. So I was encountering winds, I'd probably say about 40 or 50 mile an hour, certainly higher gusts, where my tent had actually collapsed, and as people in the comments said on the video, the guy lines weren't correct, and you are right, they were not correct. And that was also, I suppose, another lesson that I'd learned, is to actually put the guy lines out properly to maintain the structure. However, on that particular trip, the wind had changed direction so many times that even the guy lines would not have been able to hold that tent down. But I think I may go up and test that again in 2025. But yeah, handling the bad weather itself on that particular trip is, I think you just have to accept the fact that that's where you are, and you just have to kind of have the mindset of getting through it safely. So it would have been unsafe for me to try and take all my tent down at that time in the morning, when actually the reality was I was warm and I was dry because of the equipment that I had. So that was probably the you know, kind of the toughest weather I've faced, and from a mental perspective it was the hardest one to deal with as well. So the next question is, what's the best meal you've cooked while camping? Probably some steaks again on the Watkins Path. They were good.
Oh wait, steak with egg on it.
Steak with egg. No, that was when we went in the van camp, wasn't it? Yeah. So the van camps, yeah. We're talking about camping though, like wild camping at the moment.
Oh.
We'll go on to the van question shortly.
You were on
Yeah.
to
What's the best meal you've cooked while camping? It has to be the steak. And also in the morning I had sausages and bacon, so it's just perfect for me. And the last question to do with wild camping would be, what advice would you give to someone new to camping? So I would suggest that you ensure that you make sure you do your research into the equipment that you are buying, and make sure it is suitable for the conditions that you're planning to go out on. There's plenty of sites out there like Mountain Forecast, the Met Office, that will provide you semi-accurate readings of what the weather's likely to be like. Now obviously you have to be prepared for any worst case scenario, but actually doing your research into the equipment that you're using is really important. There's a lot of kit out there that seems appealing because of the affordability of it, but it does not have accurate season ratings. For example, I've got an OEX EV400 sleeping bag. Now, it's supposed to be a 4-season sleeping bag, but it's not. And quite often, if I'm in negative temperatures, I have to have my down coat on as well, because it's more of a 3-season. So that's probably the best advice that anyone would give, is just to make sure you do your research. And if you have any questions in regards to wild camping and you're new to it and you want to get into it, make sure to drop a comment below and I'll do my best to answer your question for you. So on to questions about the van build then. So obviously this year I bought a van and I started building it out to become a camper van. And it's not only just a camper van for me, but it's also a good day van for going out with the family and doing family camping as well. We've used the van so much when we've gone to places like the beach and stuff, and it's really handy to come back, get dry, get kind of washed and stuff, cook some food. Even just having your van at the lakeside, like we did in the Lake District, was just so helpful to us. It means we didn't have to travel back to camp to go and get supplies, or kind of like chill out, relax a little bit in between the day. Obviously you stop for lunchtime, we could make all the lunches in the van. Now if you haven't got a van and you do this kind of thing, I could not recommend it enough. It's amazing. The space and everything is just great. So that brings me to my first question. What motivated you to start the van build, and how has it changed your perspective on travel? What motivated me to convert the van was just to be able to get out more and a lot more simply. Obviously we've done a lot of recent trips in the van, and most of my videos recently have been whilst in the van camping rather than wild camping. But the reason for that is just simply, one, because of the convenience, and two, because I can easily take the kids out without any trouble.
Oh no.
So what stage is the van at? So at the moment, obviously, pretty much everything that you've seen uploaded to videos is where the van is at. I've got a lot of stuff at home, like in terms of materials and equipment to install in the van, coming in the year 2025. So obviously up to now, the van's pretty much fully insulated where it needs to be insulated. The only thing I haven't insulated is where the windows are going to go, because at home we've got 2 windows for either side that are going to be installed this year when the weather warms up. Over Christmas, I've acquired a curtain for where the bulkhead would normally go. We've got diesel heaters to install, got some more electrical stuff to install as well. So obviously coming in the year 2025 is going to be all that kind of stuff. Maybe the hardest thing for me, or the most nerve-wracking thing for me so far, has been installing this van unit. Cutting the van was really nerve-wracking, and you always worry about whether you're going to end up with leaks or issues after that, but thankfully it seems to be all okay so far. Electrics, something that I've never really done before, but again, put enough research in and it's easily done. You know, there's plenty of diagrams out there and help online with the Facebook groups and other groups that will give you advice or answer your questions if you need to. So if you do have any questions, again, I'll do my best to answer them in the comments if you'd like to ask there. Alternatively, there's plenty of groups on Facebook like Van Life and all these kind of groups that will help answer your questions in no time. So in the year 2025, where this channel is likely to be, obviously I'm going to be continuing with the van build and uploading my videos there. But the reason I set up this YouTube channel was more for my own log of, my own video logs and stuff, because we all do, as the time goes on, you forget about the important trips that you've had. And it's great for me to be able to look back on these trips with the kids and myself, and to be able to reflect on them and think, like, that was good, or this, this, that and the other. So in the year 2025 though, I'd love to get out on more wild camps on the mountains, explore places more than just Snowdonia. The only reason it's been Snowdonia so much is because it's so close to my house. The logistics of trying to get to like the Lake District or the Peak District or any further than that is it's quite difficult. You kind of add in hours of driving time. I'm away from the kids and the family a lot longer as well. But now that's everything about 2024 and 2025. So me and Esme are going to crack on and have our little van wild camp, play some games, and we'll catch you guys shortly. You just beat me, you have.
How? Yes!
Ah.
So anywhere you went,
I'm rubbish at noughts and crosses.
So anywhere he went, since I went in these 3 spots.
You gave yourself lots of options.
Yes.
Okay guys, so we've just played a few games. Esme won most of them as per. So I pulled the bed out now and she's ready to get into bed. So I'm just making up a hot water bottle now to put in the sleeping bag. Got the heating going, got the vent open just in case, because I know gas heaters and stuff in small confined spaces aren't ideal, but I've got the vent open. and we'll be turning that off before we go to sleep, obviously. But yeah, just doing a hot water bottle, stick that in the sleeping bag, and we're probably just going to climb into bed. It's pretty early, but we're just going to relax, chill out for a bit, climb into bed, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Right, good morning, guys. That was a nice sleep. I think the temperature's about 2 or 3 degrees outside, and we just got the little gas heater going this morning just to warm the room up. But we were actually quite warm last night with all the layers of blankets that we had, so I can't wait to get this diesel heater installed though this year. Let's take a look outside and see what it's looking like out there.
Oh my god.
Snow on the mountains. Looks lovely, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's well nice out there. Like, I wish I was on top of their mountains camping in a tent, but we'll save that for another time. For now, we're going to get dressed, wrapped up in that, and we're going to go for a little walk. I think Esme wants to have a little go on the park. We'll have a little walk down the lake, and we'll catch you guys shortly.
Imagine if there was still some birdseed from last time.
Look how high the water is compared to last time, though.
I
Do
know.
you remember we could stand out there, couldn't we?
Yeah, we could stand way out there. But now it's so deep.
Such a nice place here. All the snow-topped mountains and stuff. Definitely want to be up there, like. While she plays away on the park, I'm going to go sort the van out. I'm going to make a move. Right, that's pretty much the van ready to go now, so I think we're going to leave relatively soon. Probably going to get a McDonald's breakfast on the way home and take it back to the family. But it's been an amazing trip once again, so if you've enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, drop a comment if you've got any questions as well. And if you are into the channel, make sure you drop a subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.